What's up, everyone? Welcome to c.r.a.c.k.a Season 5, Episode 23. And this is the fourth time I'm doing this video. Apparently you can't go longer than 10 minutes on these uploads, so, fun. I did do a review on the Simpsons book, which I'm going to have to redo now because, like I said, it wouldn't let me go past the thing, and this just sucks. So this is going to be a rant video on top of my haul, and then I'll have to do the Simpsons review another day. Sorry, Sleepy Reader 666, I'll do that as soon as I can. But I got a haul today, but like I said, it's going to pretty much go into a rant. I might actually have to make this a couple of parts. But anyway, I'll show what I got here. Got Aquaman number 28. I just thought that was a really cool cover. Got Wolverine number 2. I know, I was like, I'm not going to buy them, but really only got it because there was Superior Spider-Man on there, and this one actually was better than the first one. I only read half of it though, so keep that in mind. Origin 2 number 3. Fantastic Four number 1. And last but not least, this is going to be the cause of my rant, Superior Spider-Man number 28. Alright, now here comes the rant. But let me thank a new subscriber while I'm out there. General Zod vs. Superman, thanks for subscribing. And I know this is this is out of place. Like, I do have a lot of videos I'm putting up, but I just wanted to do this with the camera because it's just a little easier. But onto my rant. Got this, like I said, I got this Monday, well, yesterday, and I read this. This is actually a really, really good book. I enjoyed this one a lot, but I had mentioned this on a previous video that Marvel really needs to up their game when it comes to the quality of their book. Not the writing and the art, the actual book itself, because this pissed me off to no end, and it's just getting worse and worse. Captain Strangelove said on one of my videos, he just said that basically what everyone was thinking, or I'm thinking anyway, is that Marvel's just getting flat out greedy. They're not really, I don't know, maybe it's because they're owned by Disney, they just don't give a shit anymore. They're just like, we're rich now, all our movies do well, and, we're just going to pump out these books and make them shit. But like I said, this was actually a really good book. I'm not going after Marvel for their stories or their art. It's what it's made out of. It pisses me off. I took this thing out of its bag in the board, which Midtown ships it in the bag in the board, which is good. Took it out. Took 2 seconds. Just from grabbing the book, I have smudges all across the top from my finger grabbing the book. If you look at the back, smudges all over the place. Up there, over here. I have my giant fingerprint right there from grabbing the book. And the worst part, that one you can blame, it's like, oh, that's your fault. You grabbed it, you should know better. Yeah, I should know better not to take my book out of a bag and a board, or to ever read them again. This is what pissed me off even more. The front cover, that big ol' smudge right there. You can't see it too well, but it's pretty bad. See it? That isn't even from me. This was perfectly fine when I got the book. There was nothing wrong with it. There's nothing to do with Midtown. I took it out of the thing. I was like, wow, I got smudges on it already. This is what I normally do. I put it cover down on the, can't see too well the thing, but cover down on the bag and the board. Put it on the table, because a lot of times now I'll just read at the living room table here. I'll just put it down because of that specific reason. I don't want to get my fingerprints on it. It's like you really can't even grab the book without getting it smudged. You gotta wear like gloves just to freaking read Marvel Comics now. But left it like this for no longer than a minute, just to run upstairs, because I was gonna use the camera to do this, the video originally. Came downstairs, took the book off, and there was a smudge. It was all over the bag and the board. Well, the bag, not the board, but you could see it. Well, you can kind of see it. It's all over here, huge black smudge. That's from no one even touching, just sitting there. And it's not even, I could see like, oh, maybe it was hot in your place. It's not, believe me. It's pretty damn cold in my townhouse here. I keep it like 62 degrees. So it wasn't even heat, just flat out, the ink sucks on these books. You can breathe on them the wrong way and the ink will start running down the damn thing. It pisses me off to no end, because Marvel, ooh, you son of a bitch. I really want a Marvel person to watch this, like a Marvel representative, and be like, you greedy rat bastards. I've been a Marvel fan since I started reading comics. Even before I even started reading comics, I loved Spider-Man when I was a little kid. Always had Spider-Man things. I never really had the comics I said until the 80s, but I always, the Hulk, I watched the Hulk TV show when I was a kid. Everything. Used to had all the toys, all that stuff. And the books, just greedy sons of bitches, man. It just pisses me off that they're charging, $4 for this book. You can see it. Let me see if I can get the camera. Yeah, $4 for this thing. Now I have to go buy another one because this is basically just a reader's copy now, because it is covered. The inside, every page I touched has smudged. Like every page, ooh, it pisses me off. And like I said, Captain Strangelove had mentioned, they're just greedy. Like their quality sucks now. And like you look at DC, like I've shown before, you can even Aquaman has it. They're charging $3.99 a book. Okay, fine, but they got better quality paper. It's smooth. It's like, I'm gonna say silky, but it's like a smooth paper. Like you can't get any smudges on there. I'm going like this, no fear whatsoever. Nothing. I don't get any fingerprints on there at all, and I can actually read the damn book and be like, okay, it's cool. I liked it. I could put it away and collect it and be like, all right, it's mine. Whereas Marvel now, especially Spider-Man, it seems to be more than anything. Of course, that's my luck. You take it out of the damn bag in the board and it's damaged. And whatever happened to their whole, we draw the line at $2.99. Yeah, there's the $2.99 right there. So it's like, we're going to charge you $3.99, and we're going to fuck you over, because now we know you got to go buy another one, because you read that book, and it's damaged now because it got smudges, so now you got to go buy another $3.99 book. Instead of paying $4, you're paying $8. Now, here's another example. This is a book from the 90s. It was $1 back then. Well, granted, I got this 50 cents. But even still, let's go by the year. The year. 1990. I'm not even going to go to the 60s or 70s or 80s. You only have to go to the 90s. I never had any fear. Perfect, smooth paper. Didn't matter. It was kind of like the DC paper now. You grab it, don't have to worry about, anything. Granted, it's the old paper, but you never had any problems with fingerprints or smudges or anything. You could read this book, and as long as you put it back in its bag and its board, you would have it, in whatever shape you had it originally. Never had a problem. Now it's every new book you buy, I read it. Oh, it's got smudges. Oh my God. I can't read the books. I can buy them, but I can't read them because it'll just smudge it. Yeah, I'm going on a rant. Might actually have to make this 2 parts because this is going to be... I just want to... Now, DC. I was never a DC fan when I was a kid. Like I liked Batman when I was a kid. I got the toys. I had Superman toys, like the not Super Friends. The what the hell were those? Superpower collection. I had those. I still have them. But I never read any DC comics. I never really even got into DC Comics until like 2002 when I watched the Justice League, what was it, Unlimited. I mean, I watched all the Batman cartoons, I have them all, I love them, but I never got a comic until I watched that show for some strange reason. I'm like, I really want to start getting into DC. And that's when it started, 2001, 2002, give or take. Something like that. But, what the hell was it? Yeah, so I've always been a Marvel fan, but it just feels like Marvel's just kind of, bitch slapping it. It's like, we're rich now, we don't care, we're going to just screw you any way you can. Where, like I said, the $3.99 price tag, this, like I said, in the 90s was $1. And it's funny because back in the day, they never really raised it so quickly and so much. Like, it was always, let's go to the 80s when I started collecting. Books for 50 cents, 75 cents. Occasionally they'd be, a little more if they were like a double-sized issue or something like that. But it took years for them to get into like higher amounts. Like, they wouldn't just be like, oh, it's 50 cents one year, let's charge $2 the next year. It never happened. It went up gradually. So people were just kind of like, you kind of felt the sting a little bit, but it wasn't as bad as like, oh, this year it's $2.99, next year it's going to be $3.99, $4.99, $5.99, whatever. Like back in the 90s when I actually really started collecting, like I said, they were mostly all $1. Occasionally you get one that was like $1.75, like I said, that was like a king-size issue or something, or an annual. But 90 to 92, in those period, it was when it's like $1.25. Sometimes it'd be $1.50. Some were $1.75, but most of the time it was $1, $1.25. They never went crazy. Which I'm gonna have to continue that point soon because it's gonna do what it's gonna do. So yeah, come back for part 2 and I'll continue my rant.